Hello, ladies and gentlemen, for the Season 12 RLSA Draft. We have a pretty good night, Chase. We got the rookie draft and then the veteran redraft. Actually, I should say the other way around. We have the veteran redraft and then the rookie draft.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good night. A lot of players in here. I know a lot of managers are here too, ready to see how the new season 12 is gonna look like, roster wise. It's gonna be a good night.
It's going to be good. We're going to see probably, in my opinion, the playoff teams this night. We will see definitely some easily tall tale signs of playoff teams, and we'll see some midfield teams, and then we'll also see people who are making future plays. Going into season 13 even, because we have some future picks being traded around. But yeah, it's going to be pretty good, I think. Of course, we have the fire for the number one redraft of the veterans, and then we got amigos for number one rookie draft. So those will be the two teams that'll probably get the
The
best.
teams
But
to look out for, I should say, because
yeah, 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 yeah.
when you're guaranteed a number one pick in the draft, there's always a guarantee that you're gonna make the playoffs. I mean, come on now, you got every single person to pick from tonight, so
I,
I
I
know
got,
that
I
we're gonna
got,
see
I
how
got
this
a,
unfolds.
I got. I'm amigos GM, by the way, but I got I got open options really.
You
The only
do.
thing that's off the table is you, Chase. That's really the only thing.
Unlucky, bro.
Yeah. Do you just want to go down real quick, maybe for the veteran redraft
Well,
of?
technically, I might. You never know.
Oh, what
You
does that mean?
never know, bro.
No, but for the very first overall pick, we got Fire for veteran redraft. And second, we have Amigos. And third, we have Erads. And then fourth, we have Bobcats. Fifth, Landers. Sixth, Stars. Seventh, Bobcats. Eighth, Quantum. Ninth, Volts. 10th, Elite. And then we have 11th, Wingdings. And then 12th and 13th are Defenders. 14th are Stars. 15th are Elite. And then we have 16th Volts, 17th Quantum, 18th Wingdings, 19th Bandits, 20th Landers, 21st Defenders, 22nd Volts, 23rd Stars, and 24th Wingdings. All right, we have Ashatune coming in.
The fire are now on the clock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the fire on the clock. I mean,
It's officially started.
Chase, I don't think it's too hard to tell, but I think number one overall is probably going to Chase.
I mean, it wouldn't come to a shock. I mean, obviously, for me being that guy, I should say,
Oh, that
um,
guy.
that guy. I mean, it's gonna be. I wouldn't be shocked, but I believe the pick is already in. So let's hear it from Ashton.
I forgot to mention it. We'd like to welcome all to the Season 12 RLSA Draft. Thank you for Carson and Chase for hosting the draft tonight. We look forward to hearing what interesting things they have to say for
We're
us. And
boring.
the Season 12 RLSA Draft is now officially open. And as we know, the pick is in for the Fire. For the first pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Fire select Chase.
I mean,
Oh
that's
wow!
not really. That's
What
really
a
not a shock.
shocker!
That is so shocking, man.
That
No,
right
man.
there, Fire also doesn't have another pick this the regular
It's our
season,
only pick.
so
Only pick.
they're betting all odds on you, and then some free agency. That's what they're looking at.
And I mean, not to be egotistical or anything, but for me having to speak on this, I mean, Fire, they're definitely going to be a scary team just because of that pick. They went all in on this pick, sending, you know, 4 or 5 assets. I can't remember correctly, but 4 or 5 assets to the Wingdings to, get this pick. So they're going all out this season. And I mean, maybe it pays off, maybe it doesn't. We'll never know until it happens.
Yeah.
The Amigos are now on the clock.
Man, oh man, Carson the man, he's the one making this pick.
I mean, it's really not that hard to tell. I mean, actually, it kind of is. People say it's a coin toss, but yeah. So we have Noka at 1700 and Frozen at 1675. Um, in my opinion, you know who I'm probably gonna go for, but yeah.
Either way, it's
So
not a bad pick at all. Both players are good. But I mean, what do you know? It's a second pick in veteran draft. You have many options. I mean, you can't really go wrong with this pick, in my opinion. Again,
I think you could.
you also traded many assets to get this pick as well. So I mean, it's not like you're just coming here to get just a good player. You have an eye on one player, and I believe the pick is in.
I believe
if
the
you
pick
want-
is in.
So if you want, you can go ahead and see who you chose.
With the second pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Amigos select Frozen.
Oh,
I mean,
wow. Okay. Well, I will explain why I did this. Okay. I know that Noka has a little leniency in being a little bit non-consistent, okay, and also lets the emotions get to the better of him in some of the games. You know, he gets down on himself, but don't. That's not to diss Noka. Very, very exceptional player. But I think Frozen is just a little bit more consistent, a little bit more put together. I think he has more potential, has more time to play the game, in my opinion. You know, Noka is actually a working and normal person, so. Yeah, I picked Frozen for a good reason. Also, it'll pair up for my number one rookie draft a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad pick at all, but I mean, good pick overall. Frozen, probably excited to be the number 2 pick. Well played to them.
The Eradicators are now on the clock.
Now, I'd like to mention here the Eradicators, man. They are we haven't heard their name much at all. They didn't make the playoffs last season. In fact, they haven't made the playoffs since season 7, I believe.
I think they're gonna make the playoffs this season.
I mean, they have good overall picks. Obviously, coming in with the 4th pick in the rookie draft and the 3rd
That's still
pick in the
14 to
veteran
75,
draft.
and in reality, my guy,
And-
that's still 14 to 75.
And may I say, I mean, this team is gonna look scary, but
100%.
man, oh man, this franchise needs something popping for them because we haven't seen it in a long time.
No, it would be honestly awesome to see Erads make a playoff run, a really good playoff run.
Really
Like you
good
said,
playoff run.
they have not been able to. But yeah, I believe the Erads will of course choose Noka.
I mean, yeah, I mean he's the best option on the board right now. Obviously, the highest ranked here, but may I say, other players, the manager of the Erads, actually can't think of his name right now. I know who you are though. Don't worry.
I believe it's Roses.
Roses. Okay. If it's not, correct me if I'm wrong. But Roses, man, he's a guy to lead this franchise. He's a guy to pick their franchise player, I should say. And so if he feels like Noka's not the guy, so what? You got many other good options here, obviously, on the board. Eradicators, man. I'm ready to see this pick. They have 3 minutes. Obviously, most of all the picks, I believe, are going to be 3 minutes. So you got a lot of time to think of this decision.
Yeah, I definitely happen to agree. I think the second pick from Noka would have to be Fancy. You know, Noka is still a great, well-rounded player, but that doesn't fit my MO. But yeah, I know Erads. We had Roses and I had a little discussion beforehand, and he was like, he tried to do some psychological warfare with me. But no, he really did think I was gonna pick Noka. I do believe that. But yeah, no, I chose Frozen for kind of obvious reasons. And I think he's going to choose Noka then as his backup
As his
option.
backup. Noka
It's a pretty good backup. It's a pretty good
Noka
backup.
is a really good backup. He doesn't even fit the backup MMR. Noka is now the official Eradicators backup. Anyways, the pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it from our commissioner.
With the 3rd pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Eradicators select AO.
Oh?
What?
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 I
What?
believe.
Okay.
Is this
no shot. No shot. AO for a 1550. He's literally a 1550. What?
I believe he's also a rookie. I'm not sure if this is Not sure if they're getting this confused or not. But you know
I
what?
thought AO
I
was
guess
a rookie as well.
I I mean, I guess from our commissioner, it's approved. Ao is going third overall in a shock.
That is
Holy
honestly,
crap.
in my opinion, that is an upset. In my opinion, for the Erads. What? Apparently that's what they wanted. But the Bobcats, think about it now. The Bobcats, if the Bobcats wanted to go to plan, they can still go to plan. They can go for fancy, which I believe would probably be their option because it would be projected fourth pick. But now that Noka's on the table, a 1700, and they have the seventh pick, and that could easily pair up with a nice 1500 on the table.
So we're getting word. We are getting word that Ao is actually a name change, and he is a veteran. So it is legal, guys.
Oh wow, man!
Just
This
knowing
is
that, and
this is
that is a
crazy.
big shock. What
That is honestly, man. That is in my opinion, Erad's upset for them. They have to. Okay, in order for Bobcats to at least come up with Noka and then get the seventh,
The Bobcats are now on the clock.
Bobcats. I mean,
well, there you go.
There you go.
Bobcats
I
on the
mean,
clock.
what-
I think it's kind of an obvious who to pick. I don't know. Actually, it might be Fancy or Noka.
So let me just put this on the table. Roses found his franchise guy, I believe, and that's Ao. I mean, shocking pick, but you know what? We can't hate it until we see what the pick does to the team. But now the Bobcats, fourth pick in the veteran draft. I don't know what the GM of the Bobcats, obviously Ashton. Who does he have his eye on? Is it Noka? Is it Fancy? Is it someone we are not, thinking of? But
dude, what the heck?
I guess the pick is in, so let's hear it
pick
from
is
the
in,
commissioner.
yeah.
With the fourth pick in the season 12 veteran redraft, the Bobcats are proud to select Fancy.
Okay.
And
oh my goodness. What?
And the Bobcats are taking Fancy, who I believe I felt like I knew that they had they had their eye on him. He's been grinding. He's been putting in those hours. It's a good pick. But man, as a shock, Noka falls now to pick number 5.
Wow, this is honestly an actual shocker to me. Like, actually crazy shocker. I genuinely thought that Chase Noka Frozen in someone of that order or Chase Frozen Noka would be drafted that way. This is honestly a shocker to me.
The Landers are now on the clock.
Well, let's see what the Landers do. I genuinely think the best play would probably go to Noka. The Landers have that 8th pick, and that would leave a 1200 or a 1225. But I mean, even so, they are 20th. They have to go, realistically for Noka. It would be their best option, in my opinion.
And I mean, the Landers they have the choice to take Noka, but maybe all these managers know something that we don't, and Noka is
maybe
not getting chosen. But there's still good options on the board. I mean, Noka obviously being the second projected pick in this veteran draft. There's still guys that can come in here and maybe outperform him. You never know.
Exactly.
So let's see what the Landers have to say here.
With the 5th pick in the season 12 veteran redraft, the Landers select Noka.
Okay.
There he goes. 11,
not a shocker.
11 makes the choice to take Noka. It's low key a steal in my opinion to get him
to
number 5.
100%.
But I mean, I guess managers saw something different, and Noka is now proud to be back on the Landers. He's reuniting with his old franchise.
Pretty trash franchise in my opinion, but whatever.
Honestly, though, I think you're just salty.
I genuinely do think that the Landers at least have something to go.
Yeah, for sure.
The Stars are now on the clock.
All right, great. The Stars are on the clock. Okay. Do you think that Stars will be picked by? Do you think the Stars are going to pick Rhymes or Istach or Iris?
So what I had in my mock draft, as many people have seen, I have them actually in a shock taking Under here. I think Under is a guy a guy who proved himself to be a star player in season 11, and he made his way into the semifinals, and then obviously losing to the Wingdings, but I mean, Underman, he looked good, and I wouldn't be shocked if he goes number 6 overall here.
Genuine shocker, honestly. I would probably go for Rhymes. I literally would. Don't get me wrong. Rhymes, in my opinion, in the last couple matches, he's been a little flaky, and that's a little bit of a deterrent. But maybe I would go Malachite over under. We did see that semifinal matchup. Quarterfinal matchup between Amigos v Stars. Who is the team? I believe it was Stars, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Amigos or Stars.
Yeah, and Malachite had TP. TP was just lower and all around just hasn't been playing a long time compared to I. It's just maybe I would still probably go for Malachite. He's still a great player, but interesting. Yeah, that is an interesting projection.
I mean, yeah, you never know what could come your way. Let's be honest here. But wow, that is honestly shocking. I'm still in shock that Noko fell to 5. I'm sorry, I'm just thinking about that right now. But
that is insane. That is
insane to me. I am in disbelief. But I mean, what can you say?
It really is a shocker.
Well, looking at the Stars, their manager obviously, he's here to pick a star player. Obviously, that's Zova. I mean, does Zova, and this is how I've been viewing it. Certain managers like certain type of team styles. You know what I'm saying? Maybe like a passive team, or a very offensive team, or maybe a defensive. Just stuff like that. So it all really comes down to what the manager sees in a player and their potential in that certain style. So this pick can really go anywhere for the Stars here. It's between 4 players for me. That's Eastash, Rhymes, Malachi, and under. But you never know. You got 3 minutes to think about this. So, but I guess the pick is in, so the Stars have made their decision. Let's go ahead and see who the Stars have selected.
With the 6th overall pick in the Season 12 Veteran Redraft, the Stars select Eastash.
All
right.
The best option on the board.
I would still probably go Rhymes. Now, considering how long it was, it might have been automatic. Maybe. I don't know. That is an interesting pick right there. You seriously projected under? That's a bold prediction.
I mean,
I think under will probably go to Quantum.
I will say, I mean, man, I had under going only because Eastash we've never seen play on stream before. I believe that's right.
Just get word that the pick was made by the GMs.
Yes, so Zova selected Eastash. I mean, that's a good pick. Don't get me wrong, but we just never seen him play, so it's gonna be interesting to see him.
The Bobcats are now on the clock.
The Bobcats coming right back into this draft. They had the number 4 pick. They took Fancy, so now they're looking for a second starter. And you have great options on the board here. Do you take Malachite? Do you take Rhymes? Who do you take here, in my opinion?
If the Bobcats are on the clock with their 1650, I would probably go something like Rich or AO. I know AO is pretty good, or a Prowler. It would probably be one of those 3, genuinely.
Yeah, and I mean, that's another name that I wanted to point out here, Prowler. I had him going 10th overall, and that might be like he showed what he could do last season, but I mean, I don't know. Prowler, I don't know if like I said, it depends on how the GMs view him. Prowler maybe gets this pick here, who knows, but if I'm the Bobcats, I'm looking at Malachite or Rhymes. Obviously Rhymes, he's coming off a break. He hasn't been playing the game as much. But Malachite, he's been putting in those hours, and he's been here in the RLSA. He made the quarterfinals. So if you're Bobcats, Carson, do you think you take Malachite or Rhymes?
Well, in order to again fit that 1650, you can't pick up Malachite. You can't pick up Rhymes. Again, like I said, it's gonna have to either
Oh
be
wow,
Rich,
yeah, no,
Ayo,
you're
or
right.
Prowler. No, yeah, no, it's yeah, I understand why you thought that, but no. Again, I would of course if Malachite or Rhymes would easily be a pickup here, but just to fit their MMR, they gotta go Rich, Ayo, or Prowler. It would have to be something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, just as you brought out, remember, guys, and I'm gonna start remembering this now. The MMR cap is 3,200. So when you're taking these star players, you gotta know your next pick, whatever pick you have, it's gotta fit the MMR cap, and you're looking for your best available player. So like you said, yes, Prowler, Rich, and Gorgia or whatever, Joe Dune, maybe I don't know. But you know what? I will say this right now: a guy that we saw a lot last season, he was being flashy. Coming on to the, final minute of this pick, the GM of the Bobcats should be looking at an absolute steal here, in my opinion, K-Dogs. I think K-Dogs is a great pick, and he's only been improving. I don't know. I have something
I
for
think you're
K-Dogs, man.
dumb, but whatever.
Nah, K-Dogs is that guy, man. I mean, obviously he's not, he's 75 MR below the top pick right now. But I still think he might be the
I
seventh best
believe.
player.
Yeah, I
in the
do
veteran
believe the
draft.
pick is in though.
So let's see who the Bobcats chose.
With the 7th pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Bobcats are proud to select Prowler.
Prowler. There he goes.
I
Prowler.
said it was one of them.
Prowler
I
is a
mean?
good pick. Prowler is a good pick.
I happen to agree. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually had some Team Kim fancier Prowler, which is probably a
Yeah.
strategical play for
Bobcats. I mean,
for the Bobcats.
they were under Not Right Gaming last season. If you saw them,
Hmm
they played offensively great. That's what I said that earlier. I mean, in my mock draft, but I mean, man, what a pick from the Bobcats there. I didn't even think about them reuniting as a team. They did they did make the quarterfinals. They did, obviously exit out of the quarterfinals, but this team is only going to improve. So, good pick there from the Bobcats.
Quantum are now on the clock.
Quantum is on the clock. Okay, so they're
Quantum,
8th.
Quantum.
You have under Malachite and Rhymes. You have those, and also Rich. I mean, if you really want to, I would probably have to go Rhymes or Malachite. That's how I would go. But then look at them; they have the 17th pick. So you gotta look around.
Keep in mind they have the number 5 rookie pick too.
Yeah, they got number 5 rookie pick, which is a 1425. That's pretty good projected 1425. So
and
yeah.
Cameronius is the guy here, the GM here for the Quantum. And I know Cameronius personally. I know some guys he's had in mind. I know the guys he's looking at right now, and I wouldn't be shocked if this guy gets picked, and I'm not gonna say it until I'm right. Because that's
Then
how
what's the
confident I
point
am.
of you being right if no one knows that you are actually right?
Because
Here, wait, DM it,
I don't know.
DM me.
I'll DM you. But this guy's looking at that guy right now, Carson.
Okay, honestly, that's
I know he's
far.
gonna. I know.
Well, right now, of course, I would assume that, but that's a pretty far stretch if like that's what his overall plan was. But yeah, it would have to either be Rhymes or Malachite that I would go for. Of course, it's very important to be one
now
of those.
Cameronius has made his decision. Let's see what the pick is.
With the 8th pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, Quantum are proud to select Rhymes.
And there it goes.
Not a shocker.
I did DM Carson Rhymes. I knew he was.
That
gonna
is
pick
true.
This play
That
here.
is
this
true.
is this is the play. Rhymes absolutely popped off. When we did see him play, I mean he's been a great. He was I think he was picked late in a draft one time back in season 9, season 10. I don't know, but back then he was picked number 5 overall in one of those drafts, and that was a steal for the Bandits. He used to play for the Bandits.
Yeah.
He made the finals. He was just an overall great player.
Washed.
Oh my gosh. He was a great overall player, though.
Yes.
The Volts are now on the clock.
You hear it, lady. The Volts are now on the clock.
The new franchise in the RLSA is now on the clock, man.
I'm
this could be-
honestly I'm looking
this is gonna be a
forward to
big
the
pick.
Volts.
And may I point out here, the Volts also, they also do have a rookie draft pick. They have the number 10th though, and they also have the 16th pick in this veteran draft and the 22nd overall pick. So, if you're the Volts here, you're taking.
Malachi
you
or
got-
under.
I think you just got to take the best option here because you're not going to get the best second starter. It's just projected to go the wrong way. We've seen Noka drop to 5. We could see that happen with other players, but the Volts, man, they decided to not trade some of their picks to get a higher veteran draft pick, which is their decision, obviously. I think the great Ramboy is playing this smart here, but you never know where he can go here.
However, the we will find out very, very soon because the Volts pick is in.
With the 9th pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Volts select Malachite.
And
Yeah, that's how it would probably go.
I mean, Malachi falling to 9th here is very shocking for me, and
I don't know, man. Okay. I think I do. Okay. 9th. I mean,
I think he's a top 5 player in the league.
well, okay, okay. That's
league.
That's a stretch.
Following the retirements, of some players, obviously, following the retirements of some players, he's gonna bump up that list.
I definitely think he might be upwards of top 5.
And he might even be top 3 for me. So that's a great pick overall for the Volts.
The Elite are now on the clock.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Elite is on the clock. I think it's gonna be under. It's gonna be under.
That would be your number 1 option here if you're the Elite. But may I say, the Elite are also another team we have not heard from in a while.
Yeah, but okay, think about this though. Elite has 15th pick, and that's projected to be a 1450. This could honestly be a great team, just a well-rounded team. And Volts themselves, oh wait, never mind. It drops off to a 1300, which is still, it's not so bad. But what do you call it? This Elite team definitely could be a good powerhouse.
Yeah, no, 100%. With that 3rd overall rookie pick, I mean, that's gonna help this team tremendous. Whatever. I can't.
They're gonna have a crazy solid team.
And I mean, may I say, going back on the Volts here real quick, just to, for example, for all these other teams too, if you don't have, a higher pick than some teams, your team can still, go far. I mean, we've seen it happen before. Really good players have gone late in drafts. It happens pretty much every single time, in real sports and, the RLSA. It's happened so many times. I wouldn't be shocked if a team with the 14th overall pick does some great stuff here.
Yeah. No, I happen to agree. I do think Elite will choose under though if they really do want to have a even more solid team. I definitely want to see Rich as a possibility. I think Wingdings will probably choose maybe Rich or AO. But yeah, if under's passed up here, I would highly suggest that the Wingdings pick under. Solid teammate. I played with him, for a while, and yeah.
I mean, yeah, and like you said, you play with him, you know him well, and I mean, I had him going number 6 overall. I think he's a really good player. So, you never know what the Elite could think here, but their pick is in. So let's see who they take.
With the 10th overall selection in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Elite select under.
That's a good pick up there.
That's what
that play.
That's what that should be. Now I'm honestly a little confused for the Wingdings. Don't get me wrong. This pick from Elite is amazing for them because they get a 1575 and a growing 1575. Let alone, he's a solid player. But this is so troubling for the Wingdings considering that they now have either a 1550 Rich, which is peaking right now, arguably might be going down. In MMR in comp, but AO it might be a little switch up because if I'm not confused, I know the Wingdings
already got picked by the way. So,
oh yeah. Oh man, so now it's Rich or Prowler.
The Wingdings are now on the clock.
Oh,
Prowler have also Prowler's
dang,
also
so
been
it's
selected.
Borja, Jodune, and Rich. Those are the 3 big options. Now the Wingdings are in a little a little spot here that's a little confusing for them. They could maybe do a late draft trade to maybe get somewhere up in the draft, even in the
Oh, yeah.
rookie draft. But it's gonna be good. Now, even they will still have that that second pick overall, which will project them to land a 15-25 and a go to
In the
15-25
rookie draft, maybe we
in the
could-
rookie draft. Rookie
in the
draft.
rookie draft. But also, I'd like to mention, like what you just brought up on teams in this 3 minutes can still make trades. It can happen. I believe so. It can still happen.
Yeah.
Trades can, it can happen anytime. Don't be shocked if a trade happens and maybe a team that you don't expect moves up in the rookie draft. You never know. But honestly, Wingdings, they have their eye on someone. Let's see who it is.
With the 11th overall selection in the Season 12 Veteran Redraft, the Wingdings select Gojira.
Interesting.
That's another player we have not seen play before, but he joined the league. He's ready to play. But I may say, Rich falling to 12th.
That is honestly a shocker.
That is shocking. If you're the Defenders, you have back-to-back picks here. If you're the Defenders, man, you better pick up Rich right here. I mean, you have 2 great picks right back-to-back, guaranteed 2 GCs right here. Obviously, the Defenders gave up their #1 overall rookie draft pick to the Amigos, but hey, they still.
Listen, man, all I'm saying, Amigos making money moves right now.
Hey man, I think it's a little biased right there. I don't think so.
I mean, literally, that is the money. They are literally, it's 2-1. What do you mean?
The Defenders are now on the clock.
By the way, I just did get word that the GM of the Wingdings said that he got picked. Gorgia got picked because he has a cool name. Not even joking, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
The Wingdings are right now
What a
going
pick
crazy with
from
it.
the Wingdings there, using the overall strategy of the name. I mean,
Sure,
I guess.
that's
I mean,
a great idea.
It's still a good pick either way. So
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it
be
is.
Mad at it.
Yeah,
I wouldn't
it
be
is.
mad at
Up
it.
and coming player. Yeah, it's gonna be. Yeah, it definitely. I happen to agree.
And I mean, if you're the Defenders here, I mean, like I said before, they have 2 back-to-back picks. They have a chance to pick up 2 studs here. And I mean, if you're looking at this sheet, I'm taking Rich at, first overall right here at number 12. You're taking Rich no matter what. And then I'm looking at Joe Dooner, K-Dogs. I would personally take K-Dogs because, I still think he's, he's a GOAT. I think K-Dogs is the steal of the draft here.
Steal of the draft, really?
Steal
You really
of
think
the
that
draft.
highly of him?
I think K-Dogs in this upcoming season will turn into a top 5 player. And
what?
And
Bro,
it's
that is
crazy
a
to hear right
bold
now.
and a half prediction
But
right
you're
there.
listening to me right now. K-Dogs will be a top 5 player coming next season. I always struggle against K-Dogs.
Chase,
I mean, K-Dogs
you
is
did
that
that.
guy.
You did say that season 11, the Wingdings will take the Scrub Cup, and all I'm gonna say is that you were wrong about that.
Okay. Well, you know what? You can shut your mouth here.
All I'm saying is that you're wrong. And I think
That
that
was a little deep.
K-Dogs,
That hurt.
and I'm thinking that K-Dogs 1475, and you're saying that he's 3rd overall player. I think that's pretty bold.
Well, anyways, Defenders are gonna choose their guy right here. Let's see who it is.
With the 12th pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, almost forgot, the Defenders select Rich.
And
Okay.
there he goes. That's a great pick there from the Defenders, but they're right back on the clock here. So, I mean, Parkey, the manager of the Defenders, is making big moves right now, and like I said before, this should be K-Dogs in my opinion, the up and coming GOAT, bro.
Let's see if he listens to you. I genuinely want to know.
Because I'm telling you right now, for me personally, I'm not trying to be egotistical as well here, but like as the best player in the RLSA, I mean, I'm looking at K-Dogs to be an absolute amazing player. He's putting in hours. He's still playing the game, right? So it's not like he's just gone away from the game. He's still playing the game, and I mean, he's just so good, at controlling the pace of the game. He's so good at making his plays work. And he was a contender. In the playoffs.
I think we're gonna find the Defenders' second pick and find Rich's teammate maybe. going
See
on
what Parky has in mind.
With the 13th pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Defenders select Joe Dune.
And you know what?
Joe
Dune.
Dune.
Joe Dune is not a bad player, may I say. We did not see him last season on stream, but may I say Joe Dune is a guy that is putting in hours, and he is a guy ready to compete. And Defenders getting rich in him at 12 and 13th is just absolutely amazing for that franchise.
But I will say now we are back on track for projected draft picks.
Yeah, you are right.
The Stars are now on the clock.
Now Stars
Wow.
back on the clock again after they take Eastash as their first overall selection. So now their pick has to be 15, 25 and under, and we can see that, you know, that's any other player now on the board is available. So your number one option here is projected to be K-Dogs, which I'm telling you, Stars, if you don't
Oh.
take K-Dogs, I'm going to be mad, man. He is getting disrespected right now, not getting taken in the top 10.
I think that would probably be the best option just overall, though. Like, they need that, in my opinion. As it's just they do not have a rookie draft, and their next selection is all the way down on 23rd, which is a 950, which is a laggy.exe. My boy Laggy go crazy, but you know, we would like a little bit better for Stars than a 950. That's all.
Yeah, and I mean, we have gone past the first 12 picks in this draft, right? I mean, I know I announced that a couple picks late, but you know, we're past the halfway line. So these players, we have 2 more GCs left on the board here, right? And so Stars and Elite are looking at those 2 GCs left, and then I think towards the end of this draft, you know, we have a lot of good veterans. We're starting to get to the point where some of these picks are going to be backup players. And you know, if you're a backup player, don't be ashamed of that. You're still getting chosen to be a guy that's ready to fill in and ready to compete against any team. So
I don't know, man. Some of these players, I think, like for instance, I think this Lander. No, yeah. I happen to agree. Some of these backup, yeah, I think majority of these might be just backup players that might be coming in. As a lot of these, no, the Volts. This next 1300th projected YZZ.
Nelson, that will be Nelson. But
Okay,
it's
Nelson. Okay,
Yeezy.
okay. I didn't know if it was pronounced Yeezy. Yeah, Yeezy will be 1300. He's looking to be starting as the Volts have the 10th rookie, and they'll be 1175. So yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, Yeezy. He proved himself last season being a starter for the Justified Scarab. I mean, he was good. Don't get me wrong. He was good. He played his role really nice, and he's been improving, as I know. But may I say, the Stars are ready to pick their player. Let's see who they take at number 14.
With the 14th selection in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Stars select K-Dogs.
Yes, K-Dogs goes
my
off the
man.
board. I love that pick from the Stars, and I think the Stars are going to be really good coming in next season with Eastash and K-Dogs. And for everyone watching right now, don't be shocked when K-Dogs is a top 5 player, man. I'm telling you. I love that guy so much. Shout out to you, K-Dogs.
Bro, might as well like kiss his toes. Good lord.
Oh my gosh.
Bro will not stop talking about K-Dogs. Don't get me wrong, he's
Well,
good.
now he's
but,
off the
like,
board.
holy.
I shall now not speak.
Stop
about
talking about him, okay? Yeah, but yeah, Elite. No, we got Elite maybe coming up on the clock, but yeah, I think high flyer or he's 1450. That's yeah. If
It's
I
the
was
last
Elite,
GC on the board.
yeah, I would probably go for them as it's 150 MMR drop off.
Elite are now on the clock.
Elite here. Last selection of a GC in the veteran draft. Will they go that way? Or, you know, I wouldn't be shocked. And hear me out. They go down 200 MMR here on a pick. And, you know, it's very unlikely to happen. I don't see it happening, but I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't be shocked because in the combine, Chinatown, he was under the name Battler Knight. He looked amazing.
Is he
He
actually
looked like-
1250? I don't believe that.
He looked really good. 1250. I mean, maybe he was just peaking that day. You never know. But
Peaking in private matches, no shot, dude. Impossible.
we can see. I mean, based off what his trackers say and stuff like that. He's ready to compete. But let's see who the elite take here at number 15.
With the 15th selection in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Elite select High Flyer.
And there
you go.
The last GC taken off the board. And may I say, he was actually, he's been improving a lot. He's went up a lot, and he's been playing, he's been grinding. He's went up a lot of MMR, and may I say, High Flyer here is a good pick. But now the Volts are up next, and
the Volts are on the clock.
There you go. Volts now have 150 MMR drop off here. So, will they, will this be their, are they going to take someone in the rookie draft, at number 10th, or are they looking at someone here in the veteran draft?
I don't know, man. If I was Volts right now, this would have to be Yeezy who'd have to go there, as they only have 10th, and that's 1175. Volts are in a tricky position, and I'm probably looking forward to the next season, in my opinion. That's what it's
May I say, we could see a trade happen.
I don't know. It's very unlikely, but yes.
Actually, we will not see a trade happen, as the Volts pick is now in. So let's see it.
With the 16th pick in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Volts select Easy.
There he goes.
Yeah,
Nelson,
again.
Easy, also known as Easy. He's off the board. Good pick there. He's a solid 1300 MMR player. We don't know what the Volts are deciding to do yet about their starter, or if he's going to be the backup. But man, that was a fast pick, very fast. They had that decision in mind already. So good job there from the Volts.
He knew what he had to do.
I mean,
yeah, I think that the Yeezy pick was probably the best. I really do.
Quantum are now on the clock.
Quantum's on the clock, and I think that it would have to be Night Battler. I do not think. Okay, actually no. Excuse me. Scratch that out of the window. It's Chinatown. Chinatown. And if Quantum does not pick Chinatown, it's gonna be Wingdings that pick Chinatown, and then probably Bandits. I think Energy Justin Juicy will probably drop down to 19th. But Night Battler, it's either between Night Battler and Chinatown, in my opinion. Just overall, I think that Chinatown in the combine, played and just crushed it. Did a phenomenal job. Did a killer and stellar job on it. And I think it's worth it. Night Battler on the other end, seasoned vet, knows how to play the game, been playing the game for a while, and I also too think that Night Battler has a very good shot at going 17th. However, Energy Justin Juicy, he's taken a couple seasons off. He has been playing for quite a bit, but is back now at 1250. And he's projected to go 18th overall to Wingdings. But for now, the Quantum pick is in, and we can see who it is.
With the 17th overall pick, Quantum are proud to select Chinatown.
And
wow,
that's a good pick there. I mean, obviously he's the same. He's the highest MMR here left on the board. I mean, there's obviously 3 players competing for that 1250 pick here at number 17. But that combine gameplay that he showed us was probably the reason he got picked right here. So well played to him and Quantum. They got a good team. Looking forward to their rookie selection here, as they have the number 5th pick. But
Quantum looking pretty good right now. Rhymes and Chinatown. That seems like a pretty strong team, in my opinion.
The Wingdings are now on the clock.
Oh, the Wingdings are on the clock.
Right. We're back to the Wingdings. Obviously,
the Wingdings.
Obviously, this used to be Fire. I believe this used to be Fire's draft pick, unless I'm. Oh no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I forget which team this is, but
This is the first pick. Oh no, excuse me. What the heck is wrong with me? No, this is the second pick of Wingdings. This will most likely not be a pairing. This will most likely be a backup for the Wingdings, as they have the second overall rookie draft pick. But do you think it's gonna be Energy Justin Juicy, or do you think it's gonna be Night Battler? I gotta ask you that.
I think I think this has to be Night Battler only because we've seen him. He just got a scrub cup. I mean, obviously he didn't do anything. No, I'm joking. But we've seen him more than we have seen Enzo, and I don't know. I think if you're the Wingdings, you take Night Battler here. But let's see who they took.
With the 18th overall selection in the Season 12 Veteran Redraft, the Wingdings select Salib.
Whoa.
Huh.
That's not that.
It's only 25 and more according to the sheet, but that's a little interesting of a pick there, considering MMR. I know the Wingdings draft. I know the Wingdings. What do you call it? Manager very well, very 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 well. But yeah, that's an interesting pick, I will say. Energy Justin Juicy and Night Battler fall down to 19th. Not a big difference for Energy Justin Juicy, but Night Battler is 2 spots already, and Chinatown's already taken, so this is a little interesting. And then if this comes into Lander's favor, they will be profiting a 50 MMR.
The Bandits are now on the clock.
Well, there you go.
Okay,
Bandits
now
are on the clock.
I wanted to comment on this team real quick. Bandits, their manager, being Rex here. If I let me just go ahead and fact check myself here. Yeah, it is Rex. Rex, he's made some trades, and the Bandits having their first overall selection, 19th in the veteran draft. They're playing for the rookies, and they have the number 6 and number 7th, picks in the rookie draft. And I'm not trying to shame them at all, but this is going to be a team that you're not going to see. I don't think you're going to see, competing. I mean, maybe they slide into the playoffs, maybe, but I just don't see it happening.
I will quote Rex on this. He says he trusts the rookies more than he trusts the vets. He's putting faith into all the rookies, and that's why he got the 6th and 7th pick.
Yeah, but if you're looking at his team right now, he's not going to have a single GC on his team, and that I think that's what's going to affect this team. And they're playing for the future. I mean, obviously they traded for a lot of more picks. In the coming future, and so Bandits are playing that role of going into the season 13 with a really solid team. But for right now, in this redraft, I think the Bandits are going to be one of those teams that they're going to be on the lower side.
Let's see how their future goes, because the pick is in.
See who they take here.
With the 19th overall selection in the Season 12 Veteran Redraft, the Bandits select Night Battler.
And there it is, Night Battler. Going off the board now. Very solid veteran player. He was drafted by the Landers, who are now coming up next. But Night Battler, man, it's a good overall pick for number 19th. I mean, come on now, it's a great pick.
I haven't agree. 1250, equally as much as they were projected to get, but Night Battler is such a good player.
The Landers are now on the clock.
Landers on the clock.
Landers.
They were projected
got Noka now.
Yeah, they were projected to get that 1225. Let's see that Noka team up. That Noka pair up. Now, wait, I do want to say something. This could technically be a backup player. This could be a possibility because the 8th. Oh, I'm really sorry, but the 8th rookie draft pick is also a 1225 projected MMR player. So all around,
Landers, they're taking their backup or their starter here. It really could go either way. I mean, we could possibly see a trade. I'm waiting for this to happen. I really don't think I don't think it's gonna happen tonight. But if it does, this would be a good time for the Landers to maybe trade up in the rookie draft and pair Noka up with a great player. But who knows? Who knows what the Landers have in mind? Maybe they have their eye on someone who they think might break out.
I know what the Landers have in mind.
And we could possibly see Energy Justin Juicy reunite with the Landers, as that was the last team he played for. I think that might be the only team he's ever played for. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe he played for the Fire a couple seasons ago. That might actually I think I'm right on that one. But still, reuniting with the franchise he's had most success on. So I think we can trust the Levant here. As may I congratulate him on retiring on a Scrub Cup. What a G, man. What a G.
Yep, I do happen to agree. That's pretty nice, I will say.
Yeah, but he knows what it what a player has to prove to be a Scrub Cup champion. But the pick is in, so let's see who he takes here.
With the 20th overall selection in the Season 12 Veteran Redraft, the Landers select Enzo, aka NRG Justin Juicy.
Yeah, and that's a good pick. And that's actually kind of I'm really happy that the Landers get the guy that, he played on that team. So
wait, didn't Noka and Enzo play together?
They did on Fire. That's what
I was just about to say. Like,
so this is also another play for chemistry, and that's a really smart pick from 11.
If I'm not wrong, that chemistry did not go too well.
I mean, I don't know, but it's still a decent pick at number 20 for sure.
The Defenders are now on the clock.
May I mention again, the Defenders are looking scary. They got Rich and Jodoon. This is the time to take a backup player, and they obviously still have the 11th pick in the rookie draft. So honestly, do you go for a lower player here, or do you try and trade up for the you never know.
I do think it's a little late for a trade right now. I genuinely do, but I don't know. I would probably go NXT or who else?
Yeah, NXT. You got Storm. You got I mean, looking back at the rookies here, you got DCXD. You got Axel Blaze. Projected to go 10th, but maybe they get JJ get wrecked. Or I'm just gonna call him JJ, but I mean, yeah.
However, the pick is in.
With the 21st overall selection in the Season 12 RLSA Veteran Redraft, the Defenders select Night Breath.
Night Breath. And also another name for him is NXT.
Oh my god, dude! I was also really confused. I ain't gonna lie.
NXT is the guy that
all of you guys having all these crazy names, bro. Like, come on, switch up. Just stay the same name. No, I'm just joking, guys. But
I mean, NXT. He showed up in the combine. He went 2-0, I believe. He was a solid. He just looked very consistent and a solid support player, and a solid sub player. May I point out, a very solid sub player. Defenders. Basically wrapping up their roster here. With Rich, Jodoon, and NXT. That's a really good team.
However, they still do have that that 11th pick in rookie. So I don't know, man. You still got that 1100. You have a solid set team. You have a 4-player team, great all around rookies. I believe the Volts
are now on the clock, I guess.
I believe they are on the clock. I think Ashton has given up.
I think he is tired of saying the same thing. But the pick is in either way. It's a fast pick from the Volts here.
Holy.
See who they go for.
With the 22nd overall selection in the Season 12 RLSA Draft, the Volts select Stormo.
And that's a good pick. I mean,
that's what they were projected to.
1100 MMR player here. Honestly, though, I've seen him play before. That's a really good pick because he plays really good for 1100. Volts maybe see that as a starter pairing up with Malachi, maybe between him and Yuzi, who they have selected at number 16. But man, still really good, 2 good picks, and it can go either way from starter or sub.
I agree. I happen to agree. I think the Volts are going to have a pretty tough season, but I think they could have a good switch round. if they can maybe get the ball rolling, even with some post-draft trades. I really think that's a possibility. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's of course Isaac, but yeah.
Well, I guess the Stars are now on the clock. Coming up with the 23rd, the second to last pick in the veteran draft.
Stars 23rd, man. 23rd. It's gonna have to be laggy, right?
Hello?
Because it's 100 MMR. You know what I mean?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I believe I can hear you.
My Discord has decided to close on me for some reason.
Don't worry, Chase. We can hear you.
All right, now we are good. We are good.
No, but I definitely think the Stars are gonna pick probably Laggy here. Laggy.exe. It's probably not gonna hold the most value for the Stars here, but they already have a pretty good set team with a 1475 and a 1625. They already have a great set of a 3100. So, I want to be too hard pressed to use Laggy as that backup. And they do not have a rookie draft. They traded away their rookie draft, and they also what do you call it? They also traded away their season 13 future draft pick. So, but the pick is in for the Stars now.
With the 23rd overall pick in the season 12 RLSA veteran redraft, the Stars select the Real Sky, thus leaving the Wingdings at 24 with Laggy EXE.
Honestly, that's an interesting pick right there, don't you think?
Yeah, and I mean that sums up the veteran draft. But the Real Sky, he just came in. We haven't obviously seen him play, but man, oh man, 850 MMR, good sub here. I mean, obviously, you don't have another pick, so Stars roster is now officially complete here with E-Stash, K-Dogs, and Real Sky. And may I say, I'm excited to see the Stars play, man. But I mean,
are you?
Bro, K-Dogs is that guy, man. I'm telling you. But hey,
I don't know, man.
Just to say, just to point some real things out real quick. We are now gonna take a quick 5-10 minute break here. We're gonna move on into the rookie draft, and there was some rookies, moved into the veteran draft. If y'all are wondering, that is because we do not have enough veterans. So just keep that in mind.